Welcome to Armchair Anonymous. I'm Dan Shepard. I'm joined by Mrs. Mouse.
Hello.
Hello. This one's real close to home for you. I mean, as we speak.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll talk about a ding, ding, duck. Right?
Well, exactly. I'm having trouble.
It's fly time.
It's fly time, but they're trickling, and it's like one fly a day. I mean, I don't understand.
One fly there. It's like, guys, let's get it together and land.
I know.
I'm so sorry.
I don't like it.
Yeah. You guessed it. We're going to talk about crazy period hijinks.
Yes, and these are amazing.
These are fantastic. And Monica and I had lots of debates in the middle. People were pulled. It was contentious and fun.
There was some mansplaining going on.
Sure. Have you run by the quiz? Anyone else? Have you had anyone else? Okay.
I haven't.
All right. Please enjoy period hijinks.
Hard times come and go. Good times, take them slow. My life, I had them both. Remember one thing, you gotta know, I'ma keep on shining.
All right, ready for Kat?
Yeah, period hijinks.
Here she comes.
Excited.
Tell me about your period. Period.
Hi.
Hi.
So nice to meet both of you.
Nice to meet you.
Beautiful closet.
Yeah, very designer-esque. Really gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we painted it. We put up the paneling and all sorts of stuff.
Oh, you guys are DIYers.
We are DIYers. We bought a house that's built in 1900 and basically have redone the whole entire thing over the past couple of years.
Nice. I'm in the same boat, sort of.
Are you?
Well,
Outside of the doing it yourself part, right?
I haven't done any, and we haven't started. But yeah.
Yes, we had a lot of help. The closet DIY, but the rest of it professionals.
In what part of the country?
I live in Massachusetts, in like a little coastal town.
Oh.
Nice.
Story-esque.
It is pretty story-esque. Not far from Boston.
How close to Plymouth Rock?
2 or 3 towns over.
Oh,
And did you go to Harvard?
that's asking a lot.
I know, I just felt it.
Oh, okay.
But I was
She
wrong.
went to MIT.
Did you?
Boston College.
Okay. Also a great school.
Incredible. Okay, so you had some period hijinks, which is just great for us.
Who hasn't? First off, I just wanted to get out of the way that Monica, I have a friend going through IVF who's really loving the podcast.
That makes me happy.
And Dax, you and I have the same birthdays.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's been said it's the worst day to have a birthday, and I concur, but I do think it's built a lot of character over the years.
Yes, and we're Capricorn, so we like it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we like a little strife to go along with our high achievement.
Watch this terrible birthday not affect me.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm fine. I didn't even want attention. Yeah. All right, so I'll dive in to my period hijinks. The year is 2002. I am 12 years old.
Oh.
At the time, I was doing competition dance team. And Monica, I don't know how similar that is to competitive cheer, but the idea is you're part of this team and you spend a few months of the year learning all your routines, whether it's a big group one, small group one, it could be a few. And then there's another few months of the year where there's like kind of the competition season. All that really means is every couple weekends, you're going to some empty middle school auditorium in another New England town. You and your poor parents are sitting there all weekend and you're performing your dances amongst dozens or even hundreds of other dancers and groups. And the whole point is at the end of that weekend, you hope that your group or team wins the gold for your category, essentially.
Ooh.
We would probably have one routine that was tap, one that was jazz, one that was more lyrical, and we would perform all of those in one competition. So that year, again, being a very mediocre dancer, for whatever reason that year, I was selected to do a solo dance in addition to the group dances.
Oh, wow.
So that's both fun and a little nerve-wracking. And at this particular competition, I was getting ready to do my thing. I was getting my costume. So just to give you a picture, I am wearing a halter top style costume, right? So imagine a bathing suit, clicks in the back behind the neck, and it's purple on top, white on bottom.
Oh, white on bottom.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
So I'm wearing basically a bathing suit and tights. So I go out there, I'm starting my routine. The song is Bye Bye Blackbird. So I'm doing a little like jazzy lyrical number.
Not the Beatles song. Am I thinking?
No, that's
that's
just
Blackbird.
I think it was like a Miles Davis song. And then there's
Oh.
been like lots of iterations like Ella Fitzgerald and this and that. So I probably had some really fair use version of it sang by someone. So I'm about 20, 30 seconds into this routine. I do this move where I take a big step and I spread my arms wide. And then that exact moment, down comes the halter top.
No.
Flash this entire audience, judging panel. I'm 12.
What a left turn. This is period hijinks. I'm of course thinking, okay, so your buds or your breasts, whatever.
Well, we need to ask, have you already...
Monica, were you already stacked?
I had breasts by then.
That is great. I'm so jealous. Neither then nor now is there anything worth showing, but it was still completely mortifying, obviously.
Of course, yes.
Of course. So I'm like on stage, I'm holding the things up. I'm trying to rehook because in my mind, I'm like, oh, if I can just rehook this, I'll pick it back up and carry on. I'm only 20 seconds into this thing. And I'm kind of just like swaying side to side, hooking. I can't get it. It's too difficult. I'm probably shaking. So I run off the stage and everyone, is swarming in the back. It's the other dancers, it's all the moms, it's my mom. My friends do this with me and everyone's like, it's okay. I'm crying. And they're like, no one even saw. It was so quick. And they were like, by the way, everyone's saying, if you want to just go back and start again, you can. I don't know what came over me, but I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And it was all triumphant. I get myself together. There's been a, safety pin reinforcing the halter hook. So it just will not happen again. Get back on stage, do the whole routine. I walk off stage and within like a millisecond, someone, I don't even know who was in my face going, you have your period. And I'm just like, what? So on my second go of being solo on stage,
Kat.
my 12-year-old period leaks on through.
Oh.
You should have come out and taken a dump on stage. You should have come back out and just been like, this is the only thing you missed. Around the
my
corner
God.
fudge is made.
Yeah. I would have moved out of the country.
Oh my God.
Kat.
How much was exposed?
What level of blood?
Not that much. And I'm not even crying. All the tears got out from the flashing. I think I'm numb. I'm like rising out of my body. Like this just isn't happening. Pretend you're not alive. But everyone's like, I don't think you could even see it. Like you had to be really up close. However, at this particular competition, which was not the norm, there was a giant projector screen next to the stage projecting all the dances that were going on that day.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm just like cringing a little bit because I'm thinking my friend's dad was in the audience. The older girls that you look up to at the dance, did they feel bad for me? Were they making fun? Like I didn't know how to feel about it.
But this is why life's complicated, because on one hand, an hour ago, we haven't talked to you. We might be making a case that it's a shame boys don't attend and support these dance programs. But no, a saving grace is there's no 7th grade boys in the audience, right?
No.
Don't you think that's helpful or no?
By Monday, everyone knew about it at school. Because the next day, I got a message on AIM from the most popular boy in school being like, yo, heard what happened. That's rough. Which at least he was wicked nice about it.
Oh, do you think he was trying to flirt?
Probably.
Wait, what was your screen name?
Oh, Goalie Cat 02, because I was the soccer goalie.
Shit, you danced and played soccer. He was definitely flirting.
But guys, the story gets worse.
Oh,
wonderful.
Or better, depending on your perspective, I suppose. So at the end of every dance competition, it's the whole judging awards ceremony. So everyone that competed, every single person comes out on stage and you sit, like you find a little tiny spot and you all sit on the stage. And then the judges stand up with the microphone and everyone's in the audience. And they do the awards. On occasion, the judges will get creative. So if there was something from that day, like an incredible costume or something that really spoke to them, they'll kind of make up a award on that day.
Oh, no.
They were like, this person, just kept going when the going got tough. And that shows a lot of gumption. So come on up here to the stage, Kat, for the Super Duper Trooper Award. And I had to stand up and receive this tacky, neatly named award. It kept coming. I was like, when is this experience going to end?
The Super Duper Trooper Award.
SDT.
Well-intentioned. They're like, we're going to celebrate. But no, it's just let's roll around in the experience so everyone's trying to forget a little longer.
Yep. And I remember my mom just being like, I'm sorry, kid. And the psychology of the whole experience, which I think is interesting, is on the day, I'm like, yeah, I didn't know I had my period. I was like, oh, she didn't know. She just got it. I knew I had my period. But I was 12 and it was like my second or third period ever. And I remember like waking up that morning and like sensing it, but being like, I don't have the words or maturity to like go to my mom and be like, we need to figure something out for my costume at the dance competition because I probably can't wear a tampon, nor do I know how or wear them yet, but I need help. I just didn't know how to say that.
Capricorn.
Oh, it is so classic. You guys do not know how to ask for help.
No, we can't. We got to be perfect or you won't love us.
But then you end up perioding in front of a
Then
lot
we're
of
really
people.
imperfect. Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't a house where we did like a lot of open body talk, right? It was very much, this will happen to you.
They should have just handed you a 20. Like, what if one of the judges gave you a $20 bill out of his wallet?
You
Here
deserve
Super
this.
Trooper.
Buy some tampons with this.
Yeah, get a new outfit. Clean yourself up.
Yeah.
So did you think that it just like wouldn't leak through?
I think I was truly in denial. People only have this thing once or twice. So you don't even really know how bad it's going to get. And it will just be okay. It won't leak through. Like you're wearing tights. You can just go to the bathroom a couple times. I just was truly like, it'll be fine. And it wasn't.
Can I ask a really crass question? I'm just not a girl and I didn't gossip with other girls about this. In those early days before you figured out all the systems in place to deal with it, and maybe you're not talking about, do you ever just try to put toilet paper between your vulva?
I've done it.
100%.
Yeah, okay. I'm imagining like when you pull it out of your vulva, it's like there's pieces still, like it's gotta be a terrible approach, right?
It's not good, but if you're doing it
In a
right,
pinch.
in a pinch, it will work and
Okay.
it doesn't come apart if you fold it properly.
Okay, you gotta taco it kind of.
You got to do a good stream too. We're not talking a couple pieces. We're talking like 10 piles.
Yeah.
That's right.
And am I right to think, though, you're putting it in like a hot dog in a bun? You're not attempting to use it as a tampon.
No,
you're gonna,
never.
Right.
No.
You're going to put it like passengers in a canoe.
No, no, you're going to do it like a pad.
You're just laying it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not actually like pushing it into the vulva at all. I'm sincere here. I'm not even being
I
perverted.
know you are.
Yeah.
You're not trying to like close the wound.
Okay.
You're just trying to lay.
I think I'd be tempted to, if I had a vulva, I think I'd be tempted to part the bun and place the hot dog, which would, in this case would be made of toilet paper.
It wouldn't
doesn't
work as well. Yeah.
Okay. Well, and again, then that would lead to the problem I was concerned about, which is like lots of little bits of it. Yes, everywhere.
It's like the least of your concerns, honestly, when you have that going on. A little bit of toilet paper, no problem.
Exactly. You're right.
Well, great meeting you, Kat, and thank you for that terrible story. I'm sorry that happened to you, and I bet it made you a better person.
It did, and it's my friend's favorite story to hear and tell and retell. So they are just in stitches that I'm making this publicly known.
Comedy comes in threes. You got really lucky it didn't just stop with the period. The fact that you got the Super Duper Award also.
And the flashing. Yeah. It makes a story.
It's really, really good. It's really good. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Great meeting both of you.
Okay. Take care.
Bye.
Well, of course, there's no men in this list.
Ha.
Although they could have one.
Because of a girlfriend or something?
You'd be making love to your partner and look
yeah,
down
I
and
would-
feel like there's a gunshot.
I wouldn't feel good about that.
You wouldn't feel good about that. Hi.
Hi.
And you're in your closet.
You got those good headphones. We love those. Air Max.
I swear by them. Okay, so you had some period hijinks?
Yes. When you started this whole podcast, I was like, I only have one super embarrassing story that is even worth telling, and it's about my first period. And I've just been waiting for you guys to bring this up, honestly. It started first day of junior high.
Wait, first day of class.
Perfectly timed first day of class.
This is cruel.
So I go to school. It's just a normal day. I go to the locker room because we have our first day of volleyball practice. In sixth grade, first time changing, everyone's like, well, shy. Then we go out to volleyball practice. 10 minutes in, we're like stretching. And when I say stretching, I mean the whole sitting on the ground, putting out our legs, reaching for toes,
Opening hips.
bending over. Yeah,
Oh.
the whole ordeal.
Bending over.
Touching your toes.
Ooh.
And I get about 10, 15 minutes in and I just feel sweaty is how I was thinking of it. You know, I was just like, oh man, like what happened? Did I
much
pee my
stretching.
pants?
Sure.
That's what I was feeling. And so I was like, can I go to the bathroom? They said, sure. I run in there, pull down pants. Sure enough, first time. I freak out at first because I was not prepared. I don't have any older sisters that talk about these things. So like I was just full on, what is this?
Wait. So did you not know it was a period?
At first, I was like, oh my God, something's wrong with me. I'm dying.
Yeah.
You're bleeding internally, which you are.
Yep. And I thought I was dead.
Maybe from the stretching.
Yes, from 10 minutes of volleyball practice was too much.
You have an opportunity for a spurious conclusion, which is like you were just opening your hips and doing this and that. You might have torn something. A fissure.
An artery.
Yeah.
No, but then I came to a logical conclusion. This is probably my first period. And I was like, this is fabulous. I don't have, obviously, tampons, pads. I go to a super small private Catholic school, and we just don't talk about those things.
Girls only school, though?
No, boys.
Oh, great. Perfect.
I did the toilet paper method, if you will.
We just went over this.
Yep.
Walk us through that and spare no detail because I was just asking the particulars of the strategy.
Honestly, I just took the roll out, and I just took my underwear, and I just wrapped it all the way around.
See? This is novel. I'm glad I asked for details because the previous person, and Monica as well agreed, what they'll do is they'll make a little hot dog of toilet paper and then place it on the vulva.
No.
Not in it. I learned not in it,
I know,
but on it.
But not really on it. You're laying it in your underwear as if it's a pad.
A basket.
Yes. It's not a basket.
But I love this. She went around the gusset.
Yes.
It was almost a whole roll of this school's toilet paper.
Oh my God.
That's so smart, though, because then it can't go
It is,
anywhere.
but it's bulky.
Oh.
So I go throughout an hour more volleyball practice. I go home, and my mom's sitting on the deck, and she's like, hey, how was your first day of school? And I was like, it was horrible. I got my first period, I think. And so then she's like, all right, let's sit you down. And the thing about my mom and I, we're close. I love my mom, but we're not a TMI type family.
Yeah.
Right. There's some modesty there. There's some uncomfortable awkwardness.
Yeah, we had never talked about anything like this before.
And would she be naked around you or no? Probably.
No. That's what I'm saying. It was just like, we're not that type of family.
Yeah.
So she started going into the details. She said, this is what a period is. I was like, I'm so embarrassed right now. So I just kind of ignore her. And the one thing I caught from her talking to me was her saying, some girls are tampon girls and some girls are pad girls. And I'm a tampon girl because I don't like the feeling of wearing a pad. And my head was like, oh yeah, I felt that today. That was horrible. I don't want to feel that anymore.
I'm done feeling this way.
I don't want to feel this way ever again. And I still to this day don't like that. So I committed to that moment. I was going to be a tampon girl. I did wear a pad to bed. I hated it. So I woke up in the morning and I was like, I'm going to do a tampon. I put it in and it hurt so bad.
It hurts so bad at first.
But like outrageously hurts. And I was like, is this really okay? All right. And so I literally hobbled down.
Oh no.
My mom's in the car. She sees me hobbling to the car. She's like, what's up?
Oh, I have a hunch. I have a hunch.
I do too, but don't guess.
I'm not gonna.
And I was like, I put in a tampon. It's not a big deal. Let's just go. I was like so embarrassed.
Pinch, pinch, pinch. A discomfort.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, okay. Can I ask which put it? And I was like, what do you mean, Mom? I put it where the periods come out. I don't want to talk about it anymore. And she was like, oh, okay, did you put it kind of, like in the back? And I was like, yeah, Mom. Oh my God. I put it up my ass.
No!
And it hurt so bad.
Hold on.
I definitely thought it was going up the urethra.
Oh, no. Well, it wouldn't fit in your urethra.
I know. That's why I thought, I was like, oh
I was
my
like,
God, the
she
pain.
didn't. The whole applicator is stuck in there. I thought it was an applicator mix-up. Hijinx. Oh my God. So you stuck it in your rectum, in your anus. Wow. Okay, great. Because I was going to, and I'm glad I didn't. Because you said, it hurt so much. And then Monica said, oh my God, I know it hurts so much. And then I was tempted in that moment to get a detail, but it's useless now because now I know. But I was wondering, is it the feeling of the cotton against the skin? Is it the pressure?
I could not for a long time do a tampon. Like it wouldn't go in.
It just wouldn't fit.
No.
Okay. But you got yours in your asshole, which is...
It took me a minute.
I'm sure.
I was like, this is horrible. People go through this every day they have a period.
I love you. I want to take care of this poor 12-year-old.
This is so shitty. Little sixth graders having to deal with this. I mean,
I got to reverse engineer all this though. So then my question is, the previous day when you saw the blood, did you think it was coming out of your ass?
I don't know. I think I was just like so grossed out. I didn't want to know anything
You're
about
like,
it.
that's the hole that I feel.
Yeah, I was like, that's it. I found it. Horrible. Like I said, I went to Catholic school. Nothing was explained to us.
Ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is not bliss
Not
in this case.
What I don't understand is I had blood on my pants in the locker room, and not a single person ever mentioned it to me during the day or since then.
They might have missed it.
Or they missed it.
They might have missed it. Because
Yeah.
again, just like you don't know the difference between your butthole and your vagina at that point. The boys aren't even interested in looking down there.
They thought it was probably I sat on jelly or something.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
neutral. You farted. Who knows what happened? Listen, what would have been incredible is if you didn't have the intervention with your mother there at the car. Not only would you have this uncomfortable hunk of cotton up your ass, you also would have bled everywhere.
Yeah.
No, you would have been like, what the fuck is going on?
I guess I gotta
now?
put in 2.
Yes.
Oh.
Or I gotta pull this out and then there's no blood on it. And you're like, what is going
Oh
on?
my God.
I mean, she helped, but I was so embarrassed. And I'm glad it was just my mom, obviously.
I can only imagine how embarrassed you were. Because you're trying to be like, I got it, Mom. Shut the fuck up. Get out of my business.
Oh my God.
Pretty much. I was like, Mom, God, like, stop talking about it.
Yes. Did she actually say, Hun, is it in your, did you put it in your bottom?
Yeah, pretty much. And she was like, did you? And I was like, yeah. Duh.
Yeah, I do what I'm supposed to do.
She was like, no. She's like, do you need me to come help? I was like, no, I'll figure it out.
Oh, let me just take another crack at this.
And I did, and it was fine.
You should have put one in both holes just to be double safe.
Just in case.
Yes, and then some tape over your
Oh my
urethra.
God. Did she tell your dad, do you think?
Oh my God, probably.
Oh.
What's worse is my mom knowing is my dad knowing.
I
honestly.
know. I know.
That would make me love my daughter so much. I mean, honestly, that's almost a gift because you go, oh my God, they're the sweetest. They don't know what they're doing.
No,
they need us to help.
And you don't. That's so young to be dealing with all this bullshit. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
Blood everywhere.
Well, and I was the first one of like my friend group too. Everyone else was like smaller than me and thinner than me, and they got it like in 8th grade.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't even talk to any friends about it.
By 8th grade, you were like a truck driver. You're like smoking cigarettes. You need a Tampax. It don't go in your ass.
Just so you know, guys. Oh my God. I just told my husband this story literally when I submitted it for this, and he was the first person I told.
Oh, really?
Oh.
He's like, that's so funny that you went through that. Sad, but funny.
Wow. Well, that's great, man. Boy, that was a big surprise ending for me.
Loved
that was
it.
like M. Night Shyamalan. That was as good as Sixth Sense for me. I have a hunch that your mother put it up her butt because why didn't her mind go to what mine did and what yours did, which I would imagine percentage-wise. Well, not yours, Monica. That made no anatomical sense.
Well, she said it hurts so
I know.
bad.
But why don't you think applicator? Like she just crammed the whole
Because
thing up there.
I know what that's like. That's
She'd have the
impossible.
cardboard tube in there and
No,
stuff.
no, that doesn't.
Yeah.
No,
That was
Okay,
what?
That's not a thing.
Cardboard tubes are
Nah,
things.
they're like plastic now.
Okay, so plastic,
But
right?
it's the shape of it. You literally would not be able to do that.
But what you do, as I understand it, am I wrong? Is it's like a torpedo. You put the whole thing in there, then you pull the applicator off
you
the
push
string
it in.
with the applicator.
Yes, with the end
Yeah.
of the applicator, you use that to push the tampon
That's what
up.
I think. So if you just then took your finger out and didn't take the applicator with it, that seems highly likely.
Okay.
You know, you wouldn't know to separate that. It's basically like the space shuttle. The part's supposed to break off as it climbs altitude, which is what happens.
Yeah.
Here's my hunch. Maybe we need to get your mother on the line.
Oh my God, no. No.
You're positive she didn't first ask, oh, did you leave the applicator?
I honestly just remember being like, Mom,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe she caught a glimpse that I wasn't paying attention when she was telling me and was like, okay, you weren't paying attention. So like, did you fuck it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, also that's true. Your mom did explain it. So your mom probably knew you weren't leaving the applicator in. Like she probably told you about what to do. Like you push it in, then
She
you
probably
take it
also
out.
told her, like, you have a vagina and
Well,
an
she
anus.
probably
and-
said you put it in the hole, but then she might know, like,
Oh, in
I wasn't as
retrospect.
specific maybe as I should have been.
Right.
And like I said, we weren't like a TMI family. So she wasn't using autonomically correct words. You just put it up there. Okay. Have
Right.
fun.
Yeah. Don't tell Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy. Oh, wow.
Yikes.
Thank you for that story. And you know what's great? Guaranteed, there's, I'm going to say minimally 10 women right now laughing so hysterically, grabbing their steering wheel because they too put it in their butt.
Definitely.
Yeah. There's no way
I'm surprised I didn't, to be honest. I'm really surprised.
Maybe you were trying to put it in your butt.
Maybe that's why it hurt so
Yeah.
bad. Well, I was small, too.
Okay, well, let's not get into that.
See, that's the other thing. When you're first starting your period, there's not much blood at all.
Yeah.
So it's not like highly lubricated.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to inquire, is it like the dry
Yes,
cotton? That part feels dicey.
And my first tampon was a stupid paper one.
That's what I'm saying with the cardboard.
I
They used to have
know.
the cardboard tube.
I know. I knew what you meant, but it's still, I just know no one's doing that.
Listen, I used to sit in my mom's bathroom taking a dump, and I'd be staring at these tampons. And I'd pick the box up and I'd look at it, and I just saw so much cardboard.
Yeah,
it's like a cardboard tube.
Yeah, because
I know they've evolved into a nice plastic
the
setup.
plastic's so much better, and the new, I mean, from the
They're
last
like
like
bullet
50
shaped
years.
now.
Yes, the top is a pencil so that you can insert it a little bit better.
Conical.
But those other ones were just flat. I don't understand.
It's like putting a firework up your
I don't even know if
vagina.
I could do it now.
Wow.
With the old ones.
Yeah.
TBD. I'm going to order some from Soviet Union. Update forthcoming. All right. Well, wonderful meeting you. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
All right. Take
Bye.
care.
That was a great story.
Awesome left
Definitely
turn.
thought it was the urethra.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was a cardboard applicator.
Here's the thing. I know we're halfway done, and I don't want us to get in a fight, okay?
Oh, we will. Rest assured.
I don't want to. You know,
I know what you're going to say.
it's worth saying.
I have no business in this. Is that what you're going to say?
Well, you have no business challenging me.
Well, I kind of did, because your guess was worse than my guess.
No,
and
it
you're
wasn't.
the pro. You're the one that's been
Wait,
cramming.
No, listen.
It going in your urethra
You-
is a physical impossibility.
And in my opinion,
Leaving
and
an applicator in? I bet if we put out how many people put an applicator, but 2,000 people would write in.
no, you'd have to be so drunk.
At 12?
No, that's what I'm saying. A 12-year-old wouldn't.
I could see you thinking you just put that whole thing that comes out of the package up there. That makes sense
But
to
you
me.
don't, okay, it's too big.
I know,
It wouldn't fit.
You got to put some elbow grease into it.
No, that's not, it would
You gotta
not fit.
Smother it in KY jelly. and
No.
then-
Okay, this is my whole
All right, I know. I have no business.
All right, Emily. Here comes Emily. I hope this is an applicator
You have
story.
business, but you just can't challenge me.
I have to. It's my oath I took.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I took an oath. Hi, Emily. We're already having so much fun. We're already in a fight.
Yeah.
We've listened to 2 stories, and Monica thinks I have no business challenging her.
I mean, talk about
hold on.
mansplaining. You're doing what?
I'm going to ask if it's okay with you.
Sure.
I want Rob to present the 2 guesses at why someone's tampon hurt. Please. For science.
All right, option 1, she accidentally stuck the applicator fully up. Or option 2, she put the tampon in her urethra.
Both of these are terrible.
One of them actually made your face crinkle up, though.
I mean, the urethra one is...
See? You think
Hold
that
on. Which one of those guesses is more plausible?
for why someone's in extreme pain.
The urethra. It's gotta be.
Yes!
Good job, Monica. See how graceful I was?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, great job. All right, those were our guesses.
Turns out we were wrong about both. Neither of those things was the reason that there was the extreme pain.
They both sound like they wouldn't be happening in a normal world anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and it wasn't. So,
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
What's your guess?
I mean, maybe that's a little more realistic if, like, you forgot about it.
I think you need for context, this was the person's very first time using a tampon.
Oh. I think I would go maybe urethra, even though I can't imagine that happening.
Well, and
Like-
with the laws of Newtonian physics, I don't think that could happen. But guess what it was?
What?
She put it in her butthole.
I actually thought that, and I was like, I don't know. Maybe that's too easy. That's too easy, baby.
Yeah.
And would it hurt that much, though? I guess.
See, that's honestly why I didn't go there, because of course it would hurt, but the way she was describing the pain, to me, that could only have been like
Urethra.
so impossible.
Like when they put a catheter in, gang, the catheter, is just that tiny little tube. And it's like almost impossible to get that catheter in the urethra.
I know, but the butt, I mean,
Why am I so out to lunch on this, Emily? That like you have this applicator. If no one's taught you what to do, you pull it out of the wrapping. It's one piece. unless you separate it, it's one piece. It feels like a very simple mistake to just put the whole thing in there and walk away.
I do agree with that. And it's very tricky the first time. You're very nervous. You don't know what you're doing. If no one's showed you how to do this or talked to you about it.
That was the case.
There's usually numerous attempts that happen first
Exactly.
try.
Well, certainly once you do it, you're like, oh, that was easy, you know.
Yeah, it's a joy once you can get it done.
Okay. I mean, again, congratulations. I did not see that coming. I really am happy for you.
Thank
Truly.
you.
Victory is yours. Okay, so tell us about your period hijinks, if you will.
Well, it involves tampons, actually. So
Great.
it's a good
Okay.
start. So I had just moved down to North Carolina from Philly, and I had moved to live in with my girlfriend. And it was the first week of my new job.
Can I quickly ask what age you are at the time of the story?
I was probably like 28 or 29.
So you've been using tampons for 20 years or 12 years. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a pro. So I come back from work my first week and I see that my dog Skunky has gotten into the bathroom trash. Now, this particular week, I am at the end of my period. So I have had a full week's worth of bathroom trash, which is particular type of trash, right? Like it's just used tampons.
It could be labeled medical waste.
Yes.
It feels very close to that for sure. It's disgusting. Don't look at it. Just throw it away.
Move on.
It's sort of like this crime scene. It's a mess. It's terrible. And I can't tell what's been eaten. Of course, I'm worried about my dog, right? Did my dog just eat a week's worth of used tampons? And I now have to go to the vet and have the vet fish out all these tampons. I Googled and they said, as long as her behavior's fine and she's eating, it's no big deal. Just wait for it to naturally pass. So I go to work the next day, forget about it. It comes to Friday and my girlfriend had said, hey, to celebrate, why don't I pick you up from work? I'll be the designated driver. We'll go out to a bar after. We'll celebrate. I'm leaving work and I'm trotting out with my new coworker who is, I can tell, super cool. So I have no friends in North Carolina. I got my eyes on her. I'm thinking, we're going to hit it off. We're going to be friends. And we're walking and she's kind of like, oh, what are you up to next? And I said, oh, I'm going to go to happy hour. Do you want to join my girlfriend and I? She said, oh, sure, I'd love to. And we get to the parking lot and my girlfriend's waiting and she's brought Skunky with her. It's pretty typical, I think, because at least in North Carolina, there's a lot of outdoor seating and the bars, they let you bring the dogs in. I don't think anything of it. Bathroom trash is nowhere in my mind. There's like half a dozen picnic tables between the street and the bar and they're filled. It's happy hour, Friday afternoon, beautiful, the sun is setting.
This is drinking at its best. It doesn't get better than what you're painting right now.
It's so crowded. People are standing, waiting for picnic tables. There's music. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And we get out of the car and we're about 6 feet from the front picnic table and Skunky squats. And I know immediately what's happening. It's laser focused. I'm fully aware we're in this now. And she very slowly starts straining out.
No. No.
This tampon's coming out so slowly, string first.
String first. Coming out as it went in.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm screaming. I'm so mortified, but I'm laughing also so hard. I'm crying. I'm yelling, look away. Don't look. I'm yelling it to my coworker who doesn't know me. And like my dog is shitting. String first, the tampon is coming out.
Oh my God.
She gets the tampon out. And there's a second one right behind.
Oh.
Can I pause you for half a second?
Yeah.
I mean, a good part of me thinks, look, I have children and I've, been a part of a lot of their bowel movements. Part of me would be like, I got to grab that string and help here.
Well, Dax.
Oh.
I'm coming.
Okay, we're getting there.
When gravity doesn't help you.
Yes. Okay, so number one comes out on its own. It is hard fought for, but it does come out.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it slipped out, but it definitely came out within reason. Second one, a little more straining's going on. It's going in, it's coming out.
Oh.
Action's happening.
Sure, whack-a-mole.
I make the move, obviously. I'm a compassionate person.
Oh,
I like, you know, with the
wow.
bag on my hand, I start helping the situation. So I'm now plucking my own used tampon out
Oh.
of my dog
Oh my
in
God.
front of an entire bar of people.
Oh
and
my
then
God.
she shit out 8 more tampons.
No!
Oh my God.
A lot of questions. How long from start to finish was this evacuation?
Well, I think like time stood still in its own way, but probably it was 2 or 3 minutes.
Were party goers, were they starting to
Watching?
notice, or was it just your girlfriend and your coworker?
Well, they were screaming. I mean, a lot was going on. I kept my back to the crowd, so I knew if I turned around, I would have to like face the situation I was in.
Yeah, well, and that was my second line of thinking was, if I'm you and Skunky gets 2 out, I think, well, that's got to be it. And then when I see a third, at some point, I'm like, I need to pick Skunky up and take him or her somewhere private. But I would be thinking it's got to be over, though.
Yeah.
And then when it gets to the 6th one, I'd be like, I'm going mad.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
is there 12 coming?
Some are coming out like faster than others, I guess. And
Okay.
I will say, like, if you have a dog and they are squatting and they're like giving you the face, they're not going to move. Do I risk dragging the squatting tampon-filled dog away from the crowd, or do I try and like get big and hide what's
Yeah.
happening?
You probably did the right thing. Box out, get low. What's the make and model of this canine?
She was a real sweet angel. She was a mega mutt mix, about 50 pounds, boxer and chow chow.
Okay, first of all, you're lucky that dog didn't eat anyone. That's a wild combo. Chow chows, which we had, they're fucking vicious.
Yeah, she was a gem.
Yeah, 50 pounds is too much. I was weirdly picturing. Wait, can I ask Monica before? I don't want to lead the witness. Did you make a mental picture of what kind of dog it was? Because I have a very specific dog.
I
it was.
pictured a very small dog, actually.
I pictured
kind
a
of
pug.
A whiskey.
That's what I thought.
Oh.
You thought a pug
I
too?
thought pug too. Yeah.
Oh my God, this whole time I'm like, it's certainly a pug. I can see a pug doing this whole thing. But a pug would have a hard time getting 8 tampons. You have delicious
Barreling through
tampons,
the-
though. That's one thing we know for
Through
sure.
the intestine, just like lined up in the intestine.
Yeah, I imagine like a little train.
Exactly.
Yeah, like those real simple trains as a kid where they stick together with a little magnet. They're wood, but
Yes. Or like a runway show and all the models are like lined up, ready to come out.
Yes.
That's what it was.
and what's wild is Stunky had 1. I was like,
I want more of that.
I want 7 more.
Yeah.
Like, these are delicious.
Ugh.
I was told that dogs sometimes do that to protect the owner. I guess like you're not supposed to be wounded. I don't know if this is made up. I think this needs a fact check.
You know, people get a little wild with what they think dogs can do, don't they?
I think she's probably just mad at me. Like I went back to work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Also, I'm surprised dogs can't get TSS.
Well, that's different, though.
I guess, but it's in their body, like leaching out chemicals.
But that's where you want it. You want it in the stomach and the intestines where all the acids can break
Yeah,
down that
that's true.
bacteria. Here's another hot take. I know people thought she was protecting your safety because you're wounded, which, how shameful they're saying you're wounded. It's beautiful. Anyways,
Of course.
could have been an act of great jealousy. Maybe Stunky was watching you for years use those things and she wants to be a woman just like the robot wants to be a boy.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, I want tampons too.
But I can't put one up, so I have to swallow it.
That's right. And hope it lands in there.
I mean, she had the experience. I mean, they were coming out string first.
What was her mood afterwards? Like light and elated or like traumatized?
Yeah. You know how they like do that little jazzy freedom dance when they've lightened the load? That was sort of what was happening.
What a good girl. Poor girl.
Oh,
Poor
my
good girl.
God.
Yeah.
She handled it like a champ.
That's insane.
That's
If I saw that in a
hilarious.
script, I would be
know.
like, no way. What? 3 tops. You can do 3. I don't even think I'll like 3, but not 8. You'll lose the audience at 5.
Oh, wow. That's hilarious.
Emily, that's phenomenal. That's going to be the craziest thing that's ever happened to you.
Nah, I have crazy stories.
Okay.
I've thought many times of writing into you guys.
I was going to say, well, maybe we'll be talking to you a bunch
Yes.
over the coming years.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was very embarrassing, but so funny.
I'd argue, too, it was a great litmus test for the coworker. Like, if the coworker's sticking around after that, you've got a friend.
Yeah, she was giddy. Like, she loved it. She actually told me later it was one of the best things that ever happened to her. So we were fast friends after that. She's a little evil, a little weird. So we got along just fine.
Wonderful.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, you're a Yankee lesbian with a dog shitting tampons. Like, you came out of the gates
That's amazing.
hot.
Yeah. What's not to love?
I applaud it in every way. Emily, so great meeting you. What an
Yeah.
incredible story. Thank you for telling us that.
Thank you so much. Good luck with your tampon stories.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Wow. But that was pretty incredible.
It over-delivered for me because I guess my imagination isn't good enough to have gone to those places.
Same.
Yeah.
I was worried and hopeful that we would get a TSS story, but that worked out.
Yeah. TSS one's rough.
Not TSS, but somebody who had a tampon stuck in for a long time and then,
Had it retrieved.
Right,
In the
and-
nick of time.
well, yeah, they didn't get TSS.
Okay.
But they had it in for 4 weeks. That's what I wish.
Ooh, that was your
That's
wish.
what happened to me.
And then yours just disappeared,
Yeah,
right? Your
mine-
body just absorbed
mine
it at some point.
disintegrated.
Yeah. Wow.
I have a story.
Oh,
And
here we go.
It came up while we were listening to this, and I thought,
It jogged your
I
memory.
should. And then, no, I'm not going to share that. That's too gross. But
You owe it to those
I
women.
do. I do.
Yeah.
I owe it. Okay, this is so embarrassing.
Oh, wonderful.
I must have been in 7th or 8th grade. I started my period in 7th grade. So maybe I was in 8th, because by then I had learned how to put in a tampon.
Was Nermi easy to talk to about it?
She wasn't hard to talk to about it, but she didn't use tampons.
Okay.
So she couldn't help me really. She's the one that had those cardboard ones that I was trying to use and I couldn't use.
Well, no wonder she didn't stick with them.
Exactly.
Yeah, she had the same experience you did.
Exactly. So she just had pads. And at some point I was like, I'm not doing this. Like, I'm a cool, popular girl.
See, that's what I was going to ask you. I am always afraid to talk about this topic a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Again, I'm imagining I'm a woman. I would be like, maxi pads are for dorks. This is what I'm scared of.
Yeah, it's okay to be scared of it.
But I'm just being honest with you.
You
young woman.
think that because that's what the culture said.
Probably.
Yeah.
But I responded to culture.
Right. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, that's child's play. You want to really solve this, you go tampon.
no, I think there's like, ew, pads. There's like a thing around
Grandma.
it. Yeah, and it's cultural. I think it's changing now.
I don't know a goddamn thing about it. It seems healthier to let it flow out of your body and
100%.
collect
Yeah, it's not healthy to have cotton up there. I mean,
and
it's
clog
just,
the whole thing
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great. But I needed to. I couldn't be a cheerleader and wear a
A
pad.
big old pad.
No, this is
Right.
going against everything I've worked so hard for.
But I loved in I May Destroy You the embracing of the pad. It was everywhere. It was stuck to her
Yeah.
underwear during hookup scenes, and
I
they were
know.
showing it a lot.
I wonder if
I was like, that's right, own it.
But
Like,
it also could be cultural. I wonder in England, it might not be
England.
the same. Tampons might not be as big of a thing.
we don't know.
But anyway, my timing of life, tampons were for cool kids and pads were not.
So my hunch was right.
Well, yeah, you were part of the problem.
Well,
boys.
one would make me feel like I was in a diaper and I was a baby.
No, but
The other would make me feel like I was a woman.
who would you think was sexier? A girl with a tampon or a girl with a pad at that age? Be honest.
Say you're honest.
Say your honesty.
I can't say that I had an opinion at that age, to be honest. I'm telling
If you pull down
what
somebody's
haven't I told
I
you?
know, but I'm just asking
Okay,
you to
I
be
pull
really
down-
reflective. Like
I pull
you
down
pull
someone's
somebody's
Guess jeans.
Yeah.
I think you're just excited to pull down.
No,
pants.
you're not. Stop.
I'll take whatever
you
I
guys.
get.
You're not at that age.
All right, so I pull down the pants. First of all, whether it's a tampon or a maxi pad, the girl's not letting you pull her pants down on her period.
You just do
At
it
8th
because
grade.
you are not.
No,
You're,
I'm not like that.
you're not
Just to be
conscious.
clear.
It's before me too. So you pull it down.
The question is, what would I rather? Yeah, if I got to
Yes.
stumble into one or the other.
Exactly. You're pulling down an underwear and there's
at
an
8th
open
grade.
pad with
well,
blood
you're also
everywhere.
seeing the blood and all that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, okay, yeah, it's more discreet. We could argue that.
Boys, I knew at that age. I guess I
Right.
won't rope you two into it.
Well, just be careful how you paint me. You're painting with a broad brush.
You can't act like you're so
I'm
superior to all
teasing.
these other boys in
I'm
this
not,
country
I'm
who
not.
are doing that.
I'm not.
Okay,
I'm
now.
not. But I've always been.
You have been evolved. You are evolved.
Well, I mean, especially in that. Like, I don't
Yeah.
care about a period. I
I
never
know.
have. But yes. But I know what you're saying. And yes, I guess I would have preferred to see a little cute string dangling out of
Yeah.
there. Yeah, yeah. Hi.
at that age,
Yeah.
you know? And understandably, everyone's just figuring out
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and to pull down someone's underwear and then there's like this diaper with blood everywhere.
Sure.
No one wants that. Anyway, so for girls, that's what we're dealing with. It's like you got to be cool and cute and wear tampons. So eventually I learned. And then I was at my friend's house.
Can I ask really quickly? Were you and your girlfriends not talking about it?
We were.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
we did.
Right.
I think that's how I really learned. I think my friend probably helped me or something.
Yeah.
So one time I was at her house and I was on my period. I went to the bathroom and I took out the tampon and I replaced it. And then I washed up, boop, 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 leave. And then 8 minutes later or something, she goes to the bathroom. And then she comes out and she was like, I was like, uh-oh, what's happened? And she was nervous to tell me.
You don't want to embarrass you.
Yeah. But she was like,
They don't go in the medicine cabinet when you're done with them.
no, but kind of. I left it.
In the toilet?
No.
On the sink?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's so bad. I mean, on toilet paper, I think. I mean, I don't remember. I blocked so much of it out.
What did she say to you?
I don't remember.
They don't go on the sink.
No, she just said, like, I think it got left or something.
Oh.
And then I think I probably blamed it on a cat.
Oh.
Or she did. I remember blowing it over by it was probably the cat.
That had removed it from the wastebasket,
Yes.
put it on the sink?
Yes.
Okay.
On toilet paper?
I don't know.
Folded?
No, I don't know. But anyway, and then I had to go and I cleaned it all up with soap, obviously.
This reminds me of one of my favorite Bree stories, which is when she was little, she went into her bathroom and some woman, whether it was her mother or an aunt, someone that was using the bathroom at her house had left a tampon floating in the water and she had no idea what it was. She saw it. She started screaming bloody murder and she ran into the other room and she said, "There's a bloody bone in the toilet." She thought someone's bone had fallen out of the toilet. It was bloody. There's a bloody bone in the toilet.
Yeah. But yeah, it was really embarrassing.
I love you. I'm glad you made it. I'm sorry you had to
Barely.
go through all this stuff, you know? So much stuff. You got a whole podcast about it, you know?
A lot
of
stuff.
shit that I don't have to deal with.
Yeah.
Tampons, maxis with wings.
I never understood the wings.
And then there's a heavy flow and a light flow. And on days that it's a light flow,
That's
use
for
this.
tampons and pads.
And probably for wings. Like, you don't need wings when you're on your light.
I feel like wings
That's
allows
for your
it.
thighs.
No, it goes around. It's kind of like what the girl
Oh,
said. It goes
she invented.
around the underwear.
Oh my God.
That's what the
great.
wings do.
Oh, I thought they were like on your thighs.
No.
Catch anything that dripped on your
Well,
thighs.
it
That makes sense too,
No,
right?
I don't know what the deal is.
I was using the vulva as a taco shell or a hot dog bun before, but maybe the wings become a taco shell you wrap around your vulva. That makes sense to you,
That
right,
makes
Rob?
sense for like bigger lips.
Yeah.
It's all fun and games.
I think that's what they're for, Monica.
Okay.
Okay. I love you.
Love you. I'll go hang out with some girls.
Do you want to sing a tune or something? We don't have a theme song.
Oh. Okay, great.
We don't have a theme song for this new show, so here I go. We're gonna ask some random questions, and with the help of Armcherries, we'll get some suggestions. On the fly rhyme dish, enjoy.